Welcome to the experience live from Roskilde, and we are ready for day 2 of the A tournament, and we are prepared to rock and roll with Impact versus MYM. It's a battle for the top spot in the group, and well, two sides that not sort of a few stories to tell. MYM, of course, losing Soklon's sight yesterday. Got it back though. Top frag this morning. Some may say he should have done. They should have entered his eye a long, long time ago. Others don't. Others aren't so cruel. Impact playing very well here. Beat Asuba yesterday, and then have gone on to secure victories. But that loss to the Roskilde Ravens really does stand out as the one reminder of what potentially could go wrong at Impact's side. D-Man, your thoughts on this one?
Well, MYM really could do with taking it. Impact Gaming surprised us a little, really, in the morning by taking Asuba down, but Asuba just haven't turned up at this event again. Looking like they may well go through to the lower bracket, but we've also had some very strange results overnight, with H2K losing to B-Grip 13-7 on Crash, which is really one of their stronger maps. I'm just flabbergasted by that. You can check all the results over at crossfire.nu. We have Arakon in here, updating them.
Arakon's a Danish dynamite.
Almost done. He's just catching up on the last round results. And yeah, they're pretty much all updated over there, so you can go check them out, check the groups out as they happen. Remember, the top 3 will go through to the winner bracket. The top first place, which is what everyone's trying to fight to get in this group stages, will be going straight through with a bye, so it means immediately €400. The 4th and 5th place go through to the loser bracket, which is where Asuba will be should MYM beat Impact in this one. I think they're there already. Yeah, and Roskilde will be going through to the winner bracket.
Yes, Roskilde picked up some good results. They were 11-13 against MYM. That a game that really, who took to the Ravens, they say they should have won. Here we go, roster rundown for you. Meet your makers: Diablo, Soklon, Mark, Luxor, and Stat. And their opponents: Impact, George, Lashia, Jimmy, Matrix, and Shade. George, of course, the most popular man in online video gaming. And anyone who kills him is a bad, bad person indeed. We'll see who from that MYM team that award goes to first of all. MYM up by a man here on round number 1. George is still alive. Disco dancing. As he makes his way back. And, here we go. Frag comes in. It's going to be Mark that's going to be dropping Jimmy as MYM look to finish the job here. On board with the last 2 Impact players. One of them is George. He will bounce his nade off the light, and Luxor shuts him down. Luxor is the evil person today. Diablo finishes off the job. Matrix down. MYM, 1 round to the good.
We always knew Luxor was evil. So, Cyclone, as he's now known to the business. It's a mix of Cyclops and Cyclone. You see what we did there? We were dead clever. Well, he's recovered from that eye injury, like you say, top fragger in the last round. Oh, double grenade from Mark there. That's going to be a big MYM round. Oh, he missed that shot though, Cyclone. Maybe he isn't quite so recovered as he thought. They did have a 13-11 earlier. It was very close against Roskilde Ravens. And I'm pretty sure Cyclone couldn't see that guy because I was sure he was on the right-hand side. Oh, and he gets shut down by Jimmy. Mark does get a frag though. George goes down to Jason once again. And Diablo shutting down Jimmy from roof. So 2-0 straight away for MYM. They're looking a lot better this morning. They had a few internal wranglings before Cyclone went and got his injury. They're really arguing about whose fault it was, and they need to forget those sort of things and just get on with the game.
But that really is MYM. They like those types of things. So an argument in MYM is a piece of banter, really. It's a point-scoring opportunity. On board with Soklon now. MYM got a long, long way down this B side. Matrix opens up, but Mark has got himself back 2 frags. George and Shade both picked off, and now Impact running out of men very, very quickly. Jimmy's one of them. He turns around. Well, he had 2 on him there. I forgive him, as he missed up the first one. And now there is just Matrix left alive. And they will wait on these 4 players. Matrix is going to be one of them. Gets himself the frag onto Stat, and Soklon will finish off the job. MYM lead by 3. Looking very, very dominant on their attack.
You can see by the frags, Mark and Jason already running riot throughout the team of Impact. They've been rushing hard and fast, and it seems to be working. See, Mark getting that double grenade kill helps. No end. It's Mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not too sure what that's meaning. I'm sure we'll find out sometime in the day. And Mark pushes down B alley. That was coming. Couldn't do anything about that one.
Down.
Man down, man down. Mark does get a frag, shuts down Lasher as he works down B alley. Diablo does take down George. George not having a day of it today. Impact not quite turned up at the races. And Mark just missing that last frag. Cyclone tries to peek around. Cyclone getting shut down by Matrix from the side. It was a Frenchman yesterday. It's an Italian today. He takes down Diablo as well. Mark did get another frag on Jimmy. Let's have a look. We've got Matrix and Shade left for Impact Gaming. This is Stat and Mark. Smoke down in B. You would assume that's going to be a B push. It certainly is. Mark pops up, just hops up onto the side, got fragged. Got tagged up, sorry. Stat does get the bomb down though. Mark knows he's got company. Very athletically leaping across towards corner house. Where is Matrix? Matrix tries to work his way across, gets shut down by Stat. Suddenly, last man standing is Shade. He's in and around the bomb site. Mark gets him down, and Mark at the moment is on a mission. He's got 9 frags already.
Yeah, he's looking very good this morning, Mark. Let's follow Socklon, see if we can carry some eye jokes with us along. Socklon, fair credit to him. He is he's taken the 1,000 eye jokes that I've thrown at him in good spirit.
Awesome.
The ball, the dreaded ball that knocked out his contact lens, did come near him twice today. But NYM though with Mark, he's just got another 2 on absolute fire. And Diablo's the one that's gone down. Shade, about the reaction times of a snail, dropped by Mark there. George and Matrix the last 2 up. George the last 1 up. And now NYM must be thinking, well, this is a bit easy. This is fast. This is attractive. This is NYM of old.
The problem is, when they get to that 11th round, they've struggled. They did it against Roskilde Ravens. I think they said it was 11-5, went to 13-11. They did it against Isuba. They were 11-7, I think, went to 12-12. So they're having that slight mental blockage, as Mark does get a frag on Shade. They reply to each other with grenades. A martyrdom between the two. Stat goes looking, while Jason does shut down George. Once again, Jason's becoming the nemesis. Cyclone on Jimmy, last man standing is Lashier. Tosses a nade in there, shuts down Stat. He's got a glimpse on Jason now. It's the brothers coming round the side, and there is Jason to shut him down. So known as Luxor. 6-0 now. It's a big lead on the attack.
Yes, looking very good at NYM right now. And, well, looking to find a flaw in this attack. I think they'll look a little bit more at impact for these flaws, really. NYM playing this map extremely fast. Ooh. The grenades are what it's done at this round. Not always been the case, but they've opened up with 2 now. And NYM will push very quickly down the B walkway. Again, why is Socklon being allowed to get that far? I'm a little bit lost. Why was that man on the floor? Also lost. Impact pick up 3 quick frags, so getting themselves back into this one. Mark's going to look to avenge the death of his buddy. He's also the last man standing, but he's the man in form. But he's not going to be enough as Impact pick up the round. It is 6-1. Finally, despite losing the opening 2 men, they pick up a round.
So a little bit of anti-strat in there, a little bit of a look that went with it as well. NYM looking to try and rage through. This is what we know of NYM in old, really. Back in the I-33 and CDC days, they were a fast team. They were really fast, aggressive. Teams couldn't handle them. Some teams learned to anti-strat that. Some teams just haven't. At the moment, Impact don't seem to have done that. Oh, a little bit unlucky there for Cyclone. Managed to creep up. Lashier just about caught a glimpse of him. Stat works his way around. Bomb's now loose just outside Blue Rooms by the looks of it. Mark, currently top fragger still. 13. Running away with it, really. Looking for a 30 bomb here from Mark, but there's a long way to go. Diablo does shut down Jimmy, so even things up to 3-on-3. But NYM leading 6-1 and looking to try and top the group. If they win that, they will do that. That's a good result for them. It will give them confidence. They're very much confidence players. They argue a lot between themselves, but when they get confidence, they suddenly bond together as a team. And that is what some of the teams in this tournament don't want. Because really, so far, there's just one team in this whole tournament that is staying steady with their results, and that is Pandemic again. We saw yesterday they managed to get a win over their arch nemesis. And EG went and got a 12-12 with Copenhagen Esports, which really, in the light of day, is a bad result for them. But 6-2 here is the score. Impact do pick up a second round. Important second round because they're in danger of being just completely let go. And someone's saying eSuba onliners only. They did get third at CDC, let's be fair.
Yeah, and the Suba Online have horrible connections, so not sure I believe in that one. We'll see. As we dart through, MYM now looking good. Last year's going to make his way through. Mark will pick himself up a frag back, and we're at 4-on-4. Soklon can't find himself anyone. Questions of what he could see from that shot. Boom. Fire rattling off left, right, and centre, but Matrix is making that A house his own just about. George thinks someone's going to come down B. A lot of people have thus far, but not this time around. MYM sitting, waiting, still quite far back as they hold off. Jimmy's going to get himself one. AK finds Mark. Soklon's going to be dropped down. Finds himself another one. Say goodnight to Jimmy. And this is looking very good. 3-on-3. Shade's going to get himself back in. Diablo finds, it's the wrong man there. It will be Soklon and Stat now darting their way forward. Well, don't want to say that until we know where they are. George! Double grenade! Ends the round. Stat and Soklon caught hand in hand. And George strikes. And it is over.
And looking across at the MYM manager, Morg, head in hands, walking away from the team. Just unbelievable. 6 straight rounds, and suddenly they've given 2 back to Impact. The steam train that was MYM has been stopped solidly. And now after raging through, they've been anti-stratted and don't seem to have any answer for it. Now they're gathering up, trying to get that initial pick. No grenades going through. Still 5-on-5. 30 seconds into the round. Soklon trying to look for a shot. Can he see anything? That's the question. Doesn't look it. Stat cooks up that nade. He's going to have to let go of it in a minute. It's obviously a smoke, I would guess, since he's held it for well over 5 seconds. Yep. So shuts it out. Matrix goes down to Diablo. Here we go. Going to move in towards A house. Stat and Mark work their way in there. Last year and Shader there. George replies as well. Suddenly, MYM shut down in the process of trying to get into lower A. Diablo, though, manages to pick up a frag. George just scoped up. Knows exactly where they were. Diablo tosses that smoke in there. He's trying to give himself the cover from George. Works his way across. Needs to be careful. Soklon does shut down George. He's the last man standing now. It's a 2-on-1. Can he see where he's going? No, he can't, because last year pops out, shuts him down. 6-4. So 4 rounds now back to back, and Impact suddenly getting back in this game.
Yes, very much so. Got to ask what's gone wrong in this MYM side. And, well, they've certainly taken the pace out of it somewhat. And that's something that didn't work for them, though. Soklon's going to open up onto Lassia. Quick push coming here from MYM as they cover a lot of ground. Down that big walkway, there's one behind. Oh, George will pick off one, but Jimmy's got on the wrong end of Mark's gun. And that is going to be MYM darting through. As George will claim the frag onto Mark. George on fire right now for Impact. 2-on-2. Diablo and Matrix finds himself the frag. Oh, Soklon will be kicking himself that he didn't find that one. Matrix escapes, barely. And Soklon, the man with one eye, is going to have to find 2 frags.
Morg doesn't look happy.
Morg's a very angry man. Here we go, Soklon. Oh, misses.
You couldn't see.
You have to feel if he had 2 eyes, he would have landed that one. Oh, but he comes up with the even harder one with just 1. Now looking on Matrix. Clock in his favor here, Soklon, as they make their way through.
Oh, dear.
Explosives planted.
Soklon's not got a clue. Now he does. makes his way through. One-on-one, this for the round.
Just
This
delay.
MYM have to take this one. 30 seconds left on that bomb timer. Matrix is going to dare to try and take this one on. Matrix didn't go for it. You had to feel that the opportunity was there to go for it that time. Sokolom darts back. Now Matrix, 16 seconds to go. Again baits. Again baits. He could have had this one twice. He's going to get it in the end. Is he going to have enough time? 6 seconds.
Oh, that's going to be
Good,
close.
just about. 3, 2, 1. He doesn't get it! And MYM pick it up by the skin of their teeth. Lady Luck may just have shined on MYM for the first time.
Maybe more luck than judgment there, I'm not too sure. Sokolom did the right thing though, backed away from that car that could easily been exploded they were sat next to, shut it down, and then Impact, you got to feel, could have had that defuse 2 or 3 times there while Sokolom was backing away. Now Mark seems to have the bit between his teeth. Gets flashed up though and gets shut down by Shade. Diablo comes straight through, replies on last year, but Jimmy's there again. 3 on 3 as they work their way into bomb site. Is that going to go for the plant? That's the question. George around the side, not using his scope this time. He's had to switch up, and Shade with that Deagle shuts down. George replying straight away with that SMG of his. He has switched up for that scoped rifle he was using. Managed to pick down Stat, who was trying to get that bomb planted, so you can see the bomb now loose. Still great shooting from Sokolom here. He's got a glimpse on the last man as well. Surely that's Cole's going to be coming out. Is his brother going to be coming in support? No, he won't. He's just going to say, you hang him off. I'm going to plant that bomb. And Sokolom trying to be clever there, trying to explode that car. Knowing he was right next to it. Catches a glimpse, still keeping a glimpse of him. Other side! Nice work from Sokolom. They're back in this. 8-4, that's a good half on the attack. And you're going to expect a solid defense now from MYM.
You are. Sokolom, I think, spray and pray sort of sums up that last frag, but never mind. He gets it.
He thought there was 3 of them.
Anyway, MYM should be looking to finish this job off now. They are 8-4 up. They are a side who don't do boring matches, do allow teams to come back in. But you would have to expect that they are strong on crash defense. We're about to find out. Sniper shots raining off here. Let's find ourselves George. Not running with a sniper here for Impact, as Luxor's going to get himself the grenade frag onto Matrix.
Nice nade.
Sokolom's going to be on the wrong end of George's grenade there. Bomb down though. George going nowhere. Stat lying in wait for him. Lassie has picked up the sniper here for Impact and lands this shot there. Doesn't wait. Oh, a lucky escape there for someone at the bottom end. It was Luxor. Gets away with nearly full health as well. Mark in on Shade. And now there are just 2 up for Impact. Jimmy and Lassia. I think both of their positions may have been made here. Certainly Jimmy. Jimmy can perhaps bait out players for Lassia to hit, but that's not going to be the way. Lassia, oh, that's exactly what he's going to do. He is baiting one out, and Jimmy survives. 45 seconds to go. Perhaps. Oh, by the skin of his teeth. Diablo down by Jimmy's grenade. Credit to Impact here. They are making this one work for them at a 4-on-2. Mark, Stat, Luxor remain. Jimmy's going to go for this one now, so sniper shots rain down that back road. Explosives planted, 3-on-2, 1 to the right. Lassia misses, gets away with his life. Luxor's dropped Jimmy. Lassia in trouble. Gets his way right out of trouble with a sublime frag onto Mark. 1 versus 2. They're going hunting. They'll get their meat. And they will down Lassia. Unlucky Impact. Got to give full credit to Jimmy and Lassia. They made that 4-on-2 situation work for them. And they got the job done on the bomb plant, but eventually couldn't get out of there in time. Good work for Impact, and well, they pick it up and they will get that job done. Sorry, MYM will get the job done.
So here we are again. Can MYM try and stretch that lead of theirs? Or will Impact work their way into it? Picking across, Matrix trying to get a couple of shots off. George does land the shot on Diablo. It's a 4-on-2 in favour of Impact here. They're in a good position. They need to take rounds like this against a team like MYM. Ultimately, the confidence team, once you start knocking rounds off them, they can internally start arguing with each other. Diablo and Jason will start raging against each other. Things will just go from bad to worse.
I'm not sure I buy into
round.
That. I mean, for most teams, yes. You saw Dickinson's yesterday between SCO and Blackman, and that was a big argument. But for MYM, it's such a common occurrence. I don't think it does have the building negative effect. I think Morg is the calming equalizer. I don't think that the arguments make each other pull each other down, because they are so individually talented. It just takes one. And, well, we'll see. Diablo picks up the frag on George, because they argue even when they win.
That's true.
Lassia picks off Jimmy. Luxor's going to be the one down as well. Impact up by 2 now. Socon has to deliver, and does. Full 20/20 vision for that one. Shades the man down. Stat with 2, right on cue. 1 versus 1. Stat versus Lassia. The best thing Stat can do right now, knowing that Lassia is a sniper, is not go where he's going. He's got no need to do this. All he does is puts himself up there for a sniper to take a look at him. And all a sniper's going to be able to see is the top half of the body and potentially pick him off. It's not happened, though. This is where Lassia is. Stat is going to be picked off by him. Runs around the corner as if he had one eye almost. And Lassia will take it 9-6. Impact Gaming won't go down.
So here we go again. Socklon lines up the shot, shuts down George straight away, and then replies on Lassia as well. 2 big frags straight up B alley there. Suddenly MYM in the driving seat. They don't need no double grenades when they've got Socklon scoping with one eye. Maybe they should do this more often. I-34, there's already pre-plans for a football match, and Socklon's been delved into it. So here we go. Impact are going to try as best they can. Socklon on his 3rd now. Lining up down that B alley. They don't learn. 3 hat-trick of frags straight away. And now Jason, his brother, works his way forward. Give them all sorts of trouble, and he does get it. He shuts down Jimmy. That means the bomb's loose. Shade now the last man standing. Socklon picks up his 4th. He's back in the game.
10-6 the score. Looking at the scoreboard, Socklon is leading the way with 19 frags.
Mark, he was on 15 so early on. He's just done nothing for the last 2 rounds.
Stats still down on 5. 2 of those came a round ago. MYM go looking. Lassia picked off by, sorry, by the way around. Luxor picked off by Lassia. 5 on 4. Socklon thinks he's got incoming. Certainly does. Cooks it up nicely. Doesn't find it. Does. Marking on Shade down. George is out as well. The ha-ha from George. And now they'll make their way through. Lassia's leveled things up with a frag onto Diablo, who's been quiet in this game. Socklon lying in wait. Going to be in a spot of bother in a moment. Surely someone's going to come and help him out here. 3 on 3, not going to happen. They were so late to help him out. They baited though. Stat got 1, Mark got 1. Here's the help, here's the help. Mark finishes it off. MYM take the round 11-6, 2 away from victory. And this is where they like to collapse.
That was nice work there though. He did delay them. It was a long delay as well, but the team did manage to get themselves around from A site. He knew he had all the problems coming towards him. He stayed behind that concrete block. As he lines up another shot. Jason does land it on Jimmy. Grenade frag. Doesn't look like B alley is going to be the place of choice as Luxor shuts down last year as well. Shade comes through A though and shuts down Stat. George taking down Diablo. Mark tagged up heavily as he works his way in. Into a 3 on 3. The bomb goes in very quickly. Oh, Mark catches them both straight with the pants down in at the bomb site. Shade and Matrix going both down. The bomb now undefended. George, the last man standing. Luxor comes round, shuts him down. It's 12-6. They've broke the voodoo.
They have. And now they're one away with 6 rounds to finish the job. If MYM don't win this one, I think they'll all be playing with one eye, courtesy of Morg.
Captain Morg.
Arr. Morg was a little upset that someone tried to take his pirate position. Socklon lining up the B walkway. MYM have sent 4 players there. George is one of them. He's been down by Mark. Socklon's missed his shot. MYM with a very interesting B lineup here. You just see Diablo's tag popping around on the right-hand side. He's just been flashed out. Stat's got himself 1, 2. Impact picks up off, but they're a man down now. Jimmy is thinking twice about planting that bomb now. So he goes looking for MYM players, worried about where they're going to come from as they make their way through. Lassia finds one, Mark down, and here we go. Jimmy now, and Jimmy will survive. Socklon can't finish the job off. No, gets away. Jimmy darts through, back with Lassia. Socklon now 1-on-2 still. Has to go for this one as he darts his way through. Holds off. He's got one beneath him that he's concerned for. Socklon will push along now.
Explosives planted.
Jimmy will get the bomb down. Socklon's got Jimmy and Lassia to contend with. Joby just come back to full health. Flies down. Does not land the frag. And Jimmy will take it. MYM pick up the round. You're on QuadV.com, brought to you by XLBet.
And some strange tactics from MYM there. Working their way up that B. Not quite sure what the plan was. They're obviously planning a quick raging rush straight up the alley, but it got stopped. Maybe they're struggling to get into this A side, not too sure. Last year takes down Diablo. The opening frag. Stat gets himself to a good defensive position. Mark also covering him, so Impact forced to slow down their pace in this one. George does get a shot on Socklon though, so that's going to give him that 5-on-3 advantage. Can they pick up another round? Are we seeing MYM's self-destructiveness when they get in these positions where they can just easily win? Jimmy does took down Luxor. It is going to be a push down B alley. Mark manages to reply on George. Jimmy and Matrix work the way down. And he comes around the corner. Mark's there ready and waiting. Jimmy does shut him down at Lance though, but he did delay them nicely. Stats got company. Didn't manage to get the frag. B road bomb site is the position they're going for. Jimmy getting tagged up there through wall.
Explosives planted.
Smoke going down. Going to go for the bomb plant. Last year shuts it down. 12-8. They're not out of it yet.
Yeah. MYM have found a new score to capitulate on. They still need just one, and you still have to believe they'll get it. We're about to find out. No grenade stopping, well, there was one, just missed actually, in the courtyard, and Shade's going to show him how it's done. Mark down, George finds Stat. This ain't going to be the round for MYM, or is it? Diablo's got one back in. Shade will escape up. Cover that planter as they make their way through. Matrix has got the bomb down. Diablo in on Jimmy, but then Diablo powers his way through Shade. He's got 3 this round. Matrix has got himself one back. It's 2-on-2. Socklon makes it 2-on-1. Diablo versus Lassia. Lassia backs away. He may not be in the right position, but he can just see what he wants to.
Got to have to count as well.
Here we go. Misses. Miss. Gets it on the noggin. Say goodbye to Diablo. Socklon now versus Lassia. He finds one. Does it get the second? The dance from Socklon. The dance is not good enough. Lassia picks up the round. That is quite unbelievable. And Lassia found the perfect position for that bomb plant. He picked off Diablo. He finished it off. He took his time about it, but he finished it off on Luxor. What a round. It's one Socklon. What a round. And MYM are 3 away from throwing this all the way to a tie.
The question is, they had that smoke in and they waited for it to clear to get that defuse in there, which is a little strange from MYM. Maybe they're just expecting him to come rushing in with an SMG. But instead, he was from afar with that scope, and it worked out well. It was a very ballsy manoeuvre from last year as well, because if it didn't work, they'd have lost the game. They'd have been out of it. As it is, we're at 12-9. Impact getting back into this game nicely as Soklan and Diablo go down to a double grenade kill. It's a 5-on-1. This is surely another Impact round right here. Stat, the last man standing for MYM. They do have that lead, but it is being cut down round after round. It's 12-10.
This is where manager Morg has to earn his keep. This is where someone on that MYM side has said, it's just got to say, come on guys, let's do this. Let's do this. Because for MYM, they are now in danger of not doing the very simple of picking up 1 round out of 6. Here we go, frags coming in. There's 2 of them. There's the entry nades. They've lost 1 in return. They've lost 2 in return. But they are a man to the good still. Not anymore. Jimmy in on Diablo. We're going to go down to the last round unless Stat can do something about it. 1 on 2. Stat shows himself, finds the frag onto Shade, but Jimmy pulls it back. Can you believe it? Impact rise to their feet. We are going down to the wire. It is 11-12, and MYM have capitulated on 12-6, all the way down to 11-12. The lols on IRC just don't sum it up.
And well, MYM have to win this game if they want to top the group. Impact currently ahead of them on points. If they draw, then Impact, I believe, will be taking the group, which will be a fantastic result for them. Here we are, we're all square, 5-on-5, the last round of the game. And MYM, I just must be thinking from, I think it was 11-5?
12-6.
12-6 or something like that. Yeah, it's just, what's gone wrong? I mean, they were completely raging them. They were 6-0 up at one point. What has gone wrong in this team? That is the question. They cannot close out a game. George goes down, though. That's a big frag for Luxor. Will that give them the confidence? Can they stay disciplined enough to stay still? It's looking like they are sticking to them defensive positions. They can't go looking. They can't go rushing in. Looking at the bomb planter. This is going to be a very quick spree in a moment. It's just building up to it. As soon as that one tag comes in that they're looking for, Impact will go looking. See the scope sat there. Jimmy's going to move into position. Soklon makes the shot onto Lashi. That's going to be an important frag. Soklon at the moment, the man with one eye, with it all on his shoulders. As Jimmy tries to rage towards him through that smoke. He gets another tag on him though. How did he not get the frag? He's got support coming in the form of Shade. Shuts down Jason, his brother. Diablo comes around the back. Matrix shuts him down. Diablo and Stat are there. They've got to take this one. And that is just about that. But MYM, surely, they're playing a dangerous game.
They really are. When you come up against some of those bigger teams, you just won't be given that second bite of the cherry. From 12-6 to 12-11, it does go to 13-11. MYM do pick it up, but there will have to be some harsh words. And Lord knows, MYM aren't afraid of that. You're live on QuadV.com, brought to you by ExcelBet.com. We shall return in just a moment.